Tips for surviving in the desert. Roughly one-third the Earth's landmass is desert. Some of the many features that distinguish deserts include dramatic temperature fluctuation, high winds, low humidity and incredibly little water. It's generally a barren land with few people living there. The conditions observed in the southwestern deserts from the United States ranges from 130 degrees throughout the day to freezing temps during the night. Would you survive in the desert in case of some sort of accident or emergency? It's not necessary to be considered a survival expert to remain alive in the desert, if you keep these important tips in your mind. Panic is the greatest killer in almost any emergency situation. Assess your predicament and develop a plan to move forward. Unless you know your exact location, you're probably better off staying where you are until you can be rescued or have a better idea which direction to travel. Inventory your water, food, and equipment. Consider what's around you and just how you are able to best put it to use to remain alive. Among the greatest dangers in desert survival is sun exposure. Finding shade is among the first priorities for desert survival. Keeping out of the direct sun and not exerting yourself in the heat of the day will help to conserve water. Move slowly and try to keep from sweating. Breathing through your nose and not your mouth will slow the rate of dehydration. Covering your mouth with a bandana or a piece of clothing will help to slow water loss. Cover as much of your exposed skin as possible from the sun. Being prepared with a wide-brimmed hat, loose-fitting long sleeves and pants provide good air circulation and will better protect you from the elements. You can fashion a robe or umbrella from whatever material you have. When your skin is exposed to the direct sun, or even in direct sun for long periods, your body needs to work harder to keep cool. Getting sunburn can also lead to a more deteriorated physical and psychological condition. Wear your sunglasses. Daytime temperatures in the desert can be unbearable, but nighttime in the desert can rapidly change to the other extreme. Warmth and shelter is going to be just as important as finding shade in the day. If you have the ability to make a fire, make sure to gather as much fuel as possible before it gets too dark. It will provide you with warmth and security. If possible, it's a good idea to sleep off the ground as the desert will come alive at night with scavengers and insects. When you drink water in the desert, drink when you are thirsty. Taking sips of water in hot temperatures is not going to be enough to hydrate your brain and internal organs. Assess your dehydration by the color of your urine. If it's light-colored, you're probably doing all right, but if it's dark, you need to drink some water. Never consume alcoholic drinks. If you're able to find water in the desert, be careful before you decide to drink it. Many water sources in the desert have high levels of salt or other substances. Search for signs of wildlife such as insects or animals, they have a need for water also. The more you eat, the more thirsty you'll become. If you have food with you, only eat enough to keep the hunger away and your energy up. If you don't have water, you'll do better not to eat. You can survive for 3 weeks without food. The last thing you want to do is increase your thirst. Should you choose to leave, be sure to mark your direction of travel using rocks, sticks or by scratching into a hard surface. If you have the means, leave a message for anyone who might find your original location and let them know your situation. Before moving, take a sighting of a distant landmark in the direction you're traveling, and use that to keep you headed on the right course. Leave rock markers on the ground at intervals, either for yourself to backtrack or for someone else that may come looking for you. Thank you for watching. Subscribe now so you don't miss out on other valuable life-saving tips. Be prepared, always have a go bag ready. I have several. One in the trunk of my car, one at work and one at home. Be prepared to survive.